Right. The next thing that I want to show you is how to go about creating a brand new blank Flash movie, a brand new blank Flash document. Here, of course, inside Flash. Now, I suppose what you could do is you could use some of the options that we have here in the welcome screen. You could use the options found inside the left-hand column there, underneath the Create from Template header there. Or you could use the options found in the center column. We've already discussed these options, so hopefully no big deal. But I think what I'll do here is I want to show you some extra stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head all the way up to the File menu and then down to New. And of course, you can hit Command-N here on the Mac side or Control-N if you're on a PC. That's just fine. And that'll bring you into this new Document Dialog Box. Now, what's cool about this dialog box is right at the top of the dialog box, we have two tabs, General and Templates. So make sure that you're on General for the moment. And then inside the general screen, you'll find that we have this type list. And there's our same options that we saw in the welcome screen. So there's ActionScript 3, ActionScript 2, Adobe Air, iPhone OS, and so on, right? Now, what's cool here, though, is when you select an option from this list, you'll notice that we get a little description over on the right-hand side. So maybe this will kind of help you along a little bit. For example, I'll take ActionScript 3.0, and it says, create a new Flash file, .fla, in the Flash document window. So, in other words, in Flash, the publish settings will be set for ActionScript 3. Now, that might seem a little odd or maybe a little abstract. What does that mean, the publish settings? Well, remember we talked about this already. When we are finished creating or authoring our .fla file, we have to publish it or export it into the .swf file format, right? So that's all done inside our publishing settings. So essentially what this little description is saying is, hey, you're going to get a .fla file and the published settings are going to be set for ActionScript 3. So what's kind of weird here is I could choose ActionScript 2 out of the list and it'll give me the same description except it says the published settings will be set for ActionScript 2. So what's interesting to note here, and you may want to make a note of this, is when you're creating your different .fla files, again, it could be for Adobe Air 2 or iPhone OS or whatever, an FLA file is an FLA file, right? They're all the same. But it's the publish settings that we go and set up inside that mystical publish settings dialog box, which I haven't shown you yet. We'll see it a little bit later on. That's where things actually count, right? That's where we determine how our .fla file is going to get output to the world, most likely in the .swf file format. So hopefully I'm not being too abstract or too murky here. I think just for simplicity, I'm going to wind up going with ActionScript 3.0, and we'll do this in just a second. But before we do, I want to show you the Templates tab. So go ahead and click on Templates up at the top there. Now, of course, what we have here is templates, just like a lot of other applications have templates. And we have categories there on the left-hand side, so advertising, animation, banners, media playback, and so on. And then we have our templates in the center column with a preview over on the right-hand side. So the very first option here is advertising, and the very first template is 120 by 240 vertical. That's pixels, by the way. The unit of measurement that we're going to be using here in Flash is going to be pixels, not inches or centimeters or anything like that. It's all pixels. So 120 pixels by 240 pixels vertical. So that's a vertical ad there. Or, I mean, you can certainly click through some of these different templates and get an idea of what we're going to get there inside the preview on the right-hand side. And of course, feel free to explore some of the different categories that we have here. So here's animation, animated button highlight. And there's our little preview that we get there. Or we have a button text glow and so on here. Ease between keyframes, something like that. You can certainly explore through these if you like. So go for it. Have some fun. Explore through there. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go all the way back to General, all the way back to the ActionScript 3.0, even though I know that I can change it. I can change those publish settings as we discussed earlier from 3.0 to 2.0, or I could take this file here that I'm about to create and set it up for my iPhone or something like this. Anyway, I'm going to take that file there and I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And what I wind up with is a brand new blank document, a brand new blank file inside Flash. Quite possibly one of the most intimidating things that we could ever see, the blank canvas, right? So now it's up to you and I to fill this canvas in with a cool interface or some cool animations and all the rest of it, right? There's only one more thing I want to note here with you. We can have more than one Flash file open at a time, and those additional Flash documents or Flash movies are going to open as tabs across the top of our interface. Here you can see I only have one file open right now. He's Untitled 1, but I could go back and choose File New again and create Untitled 2, Untitled 3, and so on. And I can simply flip between these open files just by clicking on the tabs that would appear across the top of the Flash interface.